All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim, Rakakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings and salutation to the whole elect out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Shai. And I just want to go into the lesson, going into everything to look forward to, and the Lord has put us in a position to where people, all right, are, you know, um, becoming depressed, sad because nothing is certain in this current world. you know, People who have worked, in these careers and worked for these degrees and 401ks and, investing in this, investing into that. And, certain industries are disappearing, job markets is shrinking and the money is inflating, and there's just so much uncertainty about this world as this devil is trying to transition into this wicked new world order. So our people that have stake in this world, okay, they're becoming more depressed, more saddened, more fearful. Okay. So the Lord in this environment, okay, he has given us everything to look to when people don't know, when people have no clue of what's next. People are filled with uncertainty, fear, like I say, depression, anxiety, doubt. All right. But we're filled with hope and joy, because of the good news, because of the gospel, man. So the Lord has put us in a beautiful position in these end days to where we have everything to look forward to. Brothers, we got everything. We shouldn't be sad about nothing. Of course, the truth comes with, a vexation. There's a bitterness that comes to the truth, man. But moping and pouting and being sad and depressed, hell no, man. Okay, nothing in this world should make us sad. This world should already be gone in our mind. We're looking forward to the world to come. We're watching it. We're watching the Heavenly Father transition a righteous kingdom. Okay, and it begins with, all right, the the prophets being raised up. Okay, that's why I said what the kingdom was within us, man. So the Lord's allowing us to function as a body, as a government right now amongst the brothers, man. You see, that's why there's rank, there's order, there's protocol. We're beginning to function like a government as this government is collapsing, man. This should be our joy. Okay? The more, the more serious we take this truth, man, the more tapped into the day-to-day functioning of our office, man. Okay, the more this thing is a joy unto us, man. Because this world, we have the mindset of leaving this world behind. This place is done. These people are done. Okay? And knowing what we know, why would we even have an expectation in this world or these people of the world, man? Okay? Our expectation is in these promises, man. And what the Lord is doing real time. And the Lord is active out here, man. When you tap into prophecy, man, the Lord got this thing stirred up. The Lord making some major moves and moving some major pieces, man, for major prophecy to take forth. All right, to go forth, man, which is going to lead to everything that we want. Okay, in righteousness forever, man. We got big things on the horizon, man. Okay, be disappointed in what? Sad about what? Okay, depressed about what? How? You see, and we got everything. When you go here, Hebrews 12 and 1, it says, "Wherefore, seeing we are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and sin that doth easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us," man. We have a race to finish, man. Okay, Yahweh Shai, he finished his race. Okay, he's at his place of honor at the right hand. Now it's on us to finish our race, man. Okay, so we should be tapped into finishing this race, man. Overcoming this world. And overcoming this world begins with overcoming us and our lust. And also, because the scriptures speak about what being dead to this world. If we're dead to this world, we shouldn't have expectation, man. of this world, man. We do what we gotta do, man. Really, we should be living this world like it's prepaid, man. Okay, moment for moment, man. We doing what we gotta do moment for moment. Okay, being responsible with our situation, handling our business, man. But we should be in this world moment for moment. We shouldn't have any expectation in this world. Okay, we shouldn't have any a mindset. Because, see, disappointment comes from having expectation. When you expect something in this world, when you expect people to behave a certain way, when you expect this and expect that, then you set yourself up for disappointment. But when as we take this for what it is, man, look, this is not our rest. This is not our kingdom. It's not going to work out how we think it's going to work out, man. Okay, and if it don't matter because it don't affect the mission. Okay, certain things, like, you might try a business thing and it don't work. Like, damn, it is what it is. Okay, we tried it, it didn't work. Hell, we still got the truth. Prophecy is still happening. Okay, the Lord is still showing favor to His people, man. So we might try different things, and different circumstances might change, and you're like, okay, let's see what this about. Then it don't do nothing. Oh well. Okay, we dead to this shit. If you go to the cemetery, those people in the grave don't have any expectation for this world, man. Then you got to be dead like that. You see, and more the Lord is showing us what it means to be dead, and we should be unpacking this world so we can load up more on Yahawashi. Because in order to really load up on Yahawashi, we have to unpack this world. It's a trade off, man. Okay? Instead of moping in what we don't have, man, we should be tapped into what we do got, man. Because we got everything. Okay? When you read verse 2, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High, man. And see, we just got to accept what it is, man. And whatever our situation is, we got to accept it, man. Okay? If the Lord doesn't want us to have a particular thing, we shouldn't be moping about what we don't got. Well, what does the Lord allow me to do? Tap into that. Tap into what the Lord is allowing us to do, because that's what's needed for salvation. Whatever the Lord is allowing us to do, all right, if we're of the elect, well, that's what's needed for salvation. Double down in that. Okay? And the Lord gonna add whatever we need in due season, man. And that's another thing we gotta understand. There's seasons with the Most High, man. There's season of scarcity, there's season of plenty, there's season of favor, there's season of chastening. Okay? But the thing is not the moat, okay? Because you're not in a particular season. No, man, embrace it. Because that's what's refining us, man. The mind is refined in adversity, man. The mind is refined in scarcity and being deprived, man. That's when the mind is refined. Because now we don't need those things, man. If the Lord give it to us, cool. If He take it away, cool. We good. So in the times of us being deprived and scarcity or whatever, where the Lord is refining us, man. Okay, and we'll get there. I think that's it says, let me read this again. It says, looking unto Yahawashi, the author and finisher of our faith. Yahawashi, you look at what we're deprived of. Yahawashi was deprived of on another level. You see, whatever we're deprived of in this world, Yahawashi was deprived of everything on a whole nother level, man. Because it was about the assignment. It was the joy that was set before him. We should have a joy set before us. Look what we coming into. Look what the Lord is allowing us to do, man. Who's allowed to serve Yahawashi? Who's allowed to sup with Yahawashi, to read and get revelations and be edified and being shown mysteries, man? Okay, to be around the council of men whom the Lord is finna establish as joint heirs, man. We have access to those men. We got everything, man. Okay, prophecy working in our favor. We got everything, man. Sad about what? Okay, because the business didn't go through because the bank account ain't full of money. Sad about what? We don't. And then as we mature, man, look, man, we need our daily essentials. Okay, and the Lord give us our few little simple pleasures, man, and we good, man. We got this word, we got this office, man. We get to chant down Babylon, man. Okay, the Lord allow us to shake the hand of this nigga, man. Okay, to um to tear down this kingdom in the spirit, man. Through the preaching of this word. The preaching of this word is getting to this nigga, man. Okay, this nigga is weary because his word is going forth, man. Okay? The prophecy got this nigga on the back foot, man. We up. You know, you look at prophecy, man, you look at the way the earth is going, we up. Okay? And the Lord finna give us everything we want. Okay? And we should have a joy set before us, man. Okay? Let's go from there. I want to get that. See if I can find it in a minute. Yep, this is Sirach 7:3, and this is in the NLT. It says, "Sorrow is better than laughter, for sadness has a refining influence on us, man." Okay, and when it speaks about sadness, it's not sadness based on this world. Okay, it's a it's a it's a state of wanting righteousness to be established, but having to wait for it, man. Okay, it's the thing of wanting particular things, but then having to wait for it, and the Lord is refining our mind through that process, man. Okay, and we have to embrace it. You don't want the sadness to destroy us. No, we want to embrace. Okay, being without. It is what it is. We got to embrace not having what we want, because the Lord is refining it, man. And that's when we need to be the most active, when, all right, we're going through a low. When we're going through a low, that's when we need to be the most active, man. Because that's when we're becoming purified at these low points, man. This captivity was meant to bring us to the lowest point, so for us to be refined, man. For the elect to be refined in this low point. Okay, Yahawashi, he was refined through being brought through what? A low point, the cross, man. Okay, so daily, hey, we got to pick up our cross, our burden, our lack. Okay, let's go from there. Then the balance is the Lord is giving us, because the Lord doesn't have us to where we're just sad and just continue sad. No, there's a joy in this, man. We got to find joy in the bitter. You see? The thing is not for us to be moping and pouting and sad. Nah, man, find joy in the bitter. Okay, we're in a bitter situation, but the joy is in what Yahweh Bashim Al Shai is doing, man. And then what he's getting ready to bestow on us, man. The reward, the joy that's before us, man. Okay, and we can see it happening. We see the Lord dealing. He constantly showing that he dealing. We get signs all day, man. The Lord dealing, man. Okay, so the Lord is constantly showing that he's dealing and he's working on our behalf, man. When we see prophecy and these moves being made, it's the Lord working on our behalf, man. You know, when you go here to St. John chapter 14, all right, in verse 27, it says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, I give unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid," man. So the peace, all right, that we have doesn't come from this world. The joy that we have doesn't come from this world. You see, if we try to base our joy in things of this world, we set ourselves up for disappointment, man. Things change, people change. So you try to make that your joy. If we try to make something of this world our joy, a job, a woman, a business, a this or that, status, whatever. You see, you try to make these things a joy, drinking and nightlife and kicking it and chilling. We try to make that our joy, okay? We're setting ourselves up to be disappointed, man. Our joy is in what the Lord is doing, what he's getting ready to do, man. What he's doing real time. He's changing us into, all right, rulers, man. The Lord is grooming us into rulers, man. He's grooming us for rulership. That's happening right now as we speak. That's our joy. Okay? Yahushua getting ready to establish the throne of David forever. That's our joy, man. These nations finna go to war. Yahushua finna conquer the earth, man. We're finna be changed. Families finna be restored, man. The earth is gonna go back to paradise, man. Esau's finna be removed from power, man. That's our joy. Okay? And this the will of the Lord. So the earth can't take this joy away from us, man. Okay? We can lose a job, we can lose a woman, we can lose status, we can lose this. Okay, we can lose that. Our joy ain't in that. Our joy is in what the Lord is doing, man. Okay? You see, so the joy of this world, no, our joy is not of this world, man. You know? This is a world that's set to be judged, man. And we should be dead to this world, man. You know? So going back into St. John, because there's a few of them in the book of John, John 16:33. It said, "These things have I spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace." So in Yahawashi we might have peace. Okay? In the world you shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world, man. Okay? So Yahawashi will be speaking things, and he was speaking a lot of prophecy to the disciples, man. So when they would see these things come to pass, it would give them a peace of mind. Okay? Because if this is true, then the good things ain't true. Okay? If we're seeing the prophecy of the MOTB, or the prophecy of us getting new bodies, is that not true? We're seeing the prophecy of this third world's war. Well, the prophecy of us ruling with Yahawashi, is that not true? Okay, so Yahawashi spoke a lot of prophecy. So when we see these things come to pass, we will be at peace with the other promises, man. With the other prophecies of the Lord's goodness towards his people, man. Okay? And our peace rests in that. You see, we can lean on that. You can't lean on nothing in this world, man. Come on, man. This world played out. This world has no value, man. Okay? We shouldn't even see any value in this world. Okay? These people are finished, man. Okay? Everyone doesn't have a mindset toward the rulership to come, man. Most people, they're occupied in this world. The emotions, the expectations of this world, man. Okay, we not of this world, man. We don't think like these people. We don't operate like these people. The things that get them going don't get us going. The things that they love, and no, man, we on something else. The Lord got us on something else, man. Something way above this shit here, man. Okay? This function is never ending cycle of dysfunction, degeneracy, manipulation, everything is a scam. Nah, man. Okay? And then we gotta be at peace with particular things. This is not our world. Okay? We wasn't put here to win. Okay? We wasn't put here to win in this world, but we can win in this. You see, when we go into the world of Yahawashi, we can win, we can thrive. Okay? But being too entangled in this shit, it ain't meant for us to win here, man. It is what it is. We outcasts, man. Okay? We're not gonna be looked at as men of value. We're not gonna be looked at as the choice men. We outcasts, man. Okay? This world not gonna be into us like that. Eve not gonna be into us like that, man. Eve don't fuck with us like that. And that's another thing, Jake. Look, you gotta understand, Jake. Eve don't fuck with us like that, man. Okay? You gotta come to that realization, be at peace with that, man. Okay? That's just what it is. You see? We not here to be likable to the nigga woman, man. Okay? The Lord might throw you some here and there, whatever. However it play out, man. But that shouldn't be the end, the beginning and the end of our joy, man. That's the worst thing you can do as a man, is to put your happiness, to attach your joy. I like that word joy better. To try to attach your joy to a situation with a goddamn woman, man. That's the worst thing you can do as a man, to try to attach your joy to a situation with a woman, man. You setting yourself up for ultimate failure, man. Okay? And we got to come to peace with that, man. It is what it is, man. You're not going to be liked by everybody. You're not going to be understood by everybody. Okay? Yeah, peace, we gotta come to peace with that, man. We're not here to get rich and wealthy. We're not here to be popular. We're not gonna be recognized. Okay, it is what it is, man. Be comfortable in playing the back, but being pleasing to Yahawashi, man. Okay? Well, we got everything to look forward to, man. Let's get this real quick. And uh the second Ezra's, man. You know, our joy comes from above, man. Not of this world. You see, second Ezra's 2 and 12. Now second Ezra chapter 2, verse 10, it says, "Thus said the Lord unto Ezra, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel." Okay? So tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel. So the Lord already wanted to give us the kingdom back then, but we had to go through the refining process, man. We're being refined for this kingdom. We have a whole kingdom, man. This is some bullshit. Okay, this current situation we in, this world and the expectation and the standards of this world is not for us, man. This ain't for us. You know, and you only gonna be disappointed trying to thrive in this shit, trying to force things in this shit, man. You only gonna be disappointed. Okay? We gotta have a prepaid mindset in this world. Enjoy the moment. All right, and things can change at any moment. Okay? But our joy not linked to these temporary situations. Our joy linked is to these eternal promises, man. Okay, the Lord is doing something mighty in the earth, man. All right, and it says, "Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I have prepared for them," man. Which is new bodies, and the glory is immortality, man. So the Lord said He's gonna take their glory unto, He's gonna take our glory unto Himself. Okay, which He's gonna make us immortal like Him, which is part of His glory that He's immortal. Okay, so He's gonna extend that glory unto His sons, man. The Lord finna do that. What the hell can have us disappointed when we know this finna happen, man? You get it, so you have letdowns, and then the thing too, the Lord bring us through those letdowns and disappointments to make us hard, to make us numb to this shit, to the point to it's just a shoulder shrug, man. You shoulder shrug at this shit, man. Like, it is what it is. Okay? When you don't have any expectations, nothing can surprise you, man. Disappointment comes from having these expectations. When you don't have these expectations of this world, man, nothing can surprise you, man. Okay? When you expect betrayal, you see? When you expect disappointment, okay? When you expect these things, when you know these things, all right, then you're not disappointed. Because you don't put these when you don't put these expectation on all these different situations of this world, man, then ain't no disappointment because you already don't have any expectations. So what it don't turn out to be, you not tripping. I had to go through that, man. I was on this, on this entrepreneur kick at one time, man. But the Lord give you little things here and there, but then it came to a point like, you know, that ain't the play. Okay. That is what it is. The Lord allows something cool, but having all this expectation, I was just full of expectation. You see? And the Lord was like, nah, you're going to do what I want you to do. Focus on that. Okay? And then there's a peace that this world can't give. Okay? Being in tune with the will of the Lord, it creates a peace that this world cannot give, man. Understanding the daily being pleasing to our power, man, just being able to please our power daily, that's a peace that this world can't give. No situation can give us that peace, man. Okay? Lean into the peace, man. Lean into the peace of Yahawashi, man. Let this world go, man. Let that shit go. It's things in us that the Lord is forcing us to let go, man. Certain things the Lord draw out because He wants us to let that shit go, man. Okay? Certain hopes and emotions and whatever that's of this world, the Lord draw it out so we can let that shit go, man. It's like a burden. It's like a big burden being laid off us, man. You know? So let's go here. It says, they shall have the tree of life for an ornament of sweet savior. They shall neither labor nor be weary, man. We finna get an increase on this wisdom, man. The tree of life, like the wisdom we finna come into, man, of how just everything works, man. How life works, how creation works, man. Lord finna give us that, man. Everything else gonna come with that, man. Like, we got everything coming. We got everything now. Okay? Because what we got, all right, everything else, soon everything that we can desire is going to flow into us, man. Okay? Everything that we can desire is going to flow into us, man. You see? And it says, go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you, man. Pray for the Lord to close this shit out, man. Because that's another thing. The Lord stops us from getting too invested into this world because, we can lose the vision, man. We can lose sight of the mission, man. So the Lord cuts off certain things, certain ventures, certain people, certain whatever. He cuts these things off so we don't lose focus of the mission, man. Okay? It says, go and ye shall receive, pray for a few days unto you that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, man. So the kingdom is already prepared. We gotta make it. We gotta make it there. We gotta do what we gotta do to make it to a kingdom that's prepared, man. So that's the point. Just want to get into that. Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sister was edified once again. Want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Mukapadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutation, hopefully, shalom.